Thanks, Karine. Does the White House believe that abortion is the defining political issue heading into 2024?
So I'm not going to speak to, obviously I'm not going to speak to 2024, and on that, I'm just going to be very careful. I'm going to refer you to the campaign on that. But what I will say is that, again, the Americans were very clear last night. They spoke in a loud and definitive way, and they believe that politicians should not have a say in making decisions, especially women making decision on their reproductive health care. And that's what we've heard, and this president and this vice president is going to continue to support and be in strong support in making sure that women have the right to make their own decision, and make sure that Roe v. Wade becomes the law of the land. You've heard that from the president over and over again. Obviously, he put out a statement to this last night.
Karine, you mentioned the president's agenda. Were the victories last night, were they more to do with Democrats' agenda or the president himself? A large number of people in exit polls said that he should not run again.
So look, if you look at, again, I'm going to go to Kentucky, because if you look at what Cameron did there, he spent $30 million trying to connect the governor of Kentucky, Beshear, to the president, right? And he called it a Beshear-Biden agenda. $30 million. That's what he did. And so obviously the president was injected into that conversation, into that election. And what did the people in Kentucky say? They rejected that $30 million. They rejected what the Republican nominee for governor in Kentucky tried to do. And not only that, as I mentioned just moments ago, Beshear ran on infrastructure. He ran on lowering costs. Those are the president's agenda.
But the president didn't go out and campaign himself on that issue.
But it is rare for a president. It is rare for a president to go to a state that has been coined by all of you a deeply red state. That's what Kentucky is. And let's not forget, the president kicked off one of his first events that he kicked off this year was going to Kentucky and talking about a bipartisan obviously a bipartisan infrastructure, but going to a bridge that had bipartisan support. Governor Beshear was there. Mitch, I forgot his name, the Senate leader, Republican leader was there. And so you saw this bipartisan support for this bridge. It was really incredibly important. He literally kicked off this year going there. And so, look, it's very rare for a president to go again to a deeply red state. That is not something that, any president would do. And so, look, the president's agenda was certainly, we believe, on the ballot. This issue of abortion, right, which we know how extreme Republican electeds have been in putting out national ban. And what did the American people do? They rejected that. They rejected the extremism that we saw from them. They rejected the conspiracy theories that we saw from them. And the president is going to continue to do the work of the American people and push forth what the American people want us to do here, and is to make sure we deliver.